Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your Life Fulfilled Summit. My name is Antika Lisha, and I'm the CEO at Your Own University, and we are really excited to bring you all of these amazing interviews that are going to help you to step into your life, really drop the crap and the excuses and everything that stands in the way of what you should, could, would, and wish you had done. So when you get at the end of your life, or even tomorrow, you say, wow, that was a really great yesterday. And you're proud of who you are. And that is our intention and our goal. So today I am really excited to introduce a new friend, a new community member, Dan Fowler. He is the imagination engineer, and we're going to learn more about that. And his career has been quite amazing. So I know that you're really busy, and that's why we're going to keep these really short to 20 minutes. Dan has a lot going on. I have a lot going on. And so we are here to jump right in, give you great content and things you can actually bring into your life and do right now to take your mission, like your purpose further, even if you don't know what your purpose is, because your purpose, in my opinion, is being you. But that's my opinion, you know. So if you have not yet gotten your book that we have coming out with this summit, that It Depends on You book, please download that at yourownuniversity.org. So you ready, Ann?
Yep.
All right, let's jump right in.
I'm all set.
So what shifts in your life had you embrace your purpose to step into this fulfillment?
Well, the biggest one, I mean, you kind of mentioned about being you. It's one of the biggest obstacles that I have noticed has been about getting out of my own way. Like I am the biggest obstacle to my dreams and to fulfillment that we're talking about. And so understanding that I don't have to be in do mode, that I need to be be mode in order to attract the things I intend to create in this world. And that's probably the biggest shift for me.
Oh, I just got a joke. Usually I don't do this. You're making me very funny. Like I feel like I have a laugh underneath me, which is different than normal anyway. But do. Like, do you have, I don't know, I have kids, so do. Like,
Yes.
Like everybody, we're not supposed to do on ourselves. We're supposed to buzz like a bee. Anyway,
There we go.
I love it. That's your tweetable right
Let's
now.
Let's go. Start pollinating around.
Right. It's time to pollinate, not do.
Right. Awesome. Exactly. So, I mean, another practical, I guess, a shift for me was realizing that I was no longer called to be a technician in my business. So, I mean, a lot of you are maybe solopreneurs or even entrepreneurs starting out, and you're probably wearing 1,000 different hats. And I realized that I guess the technology and the information that's out there teaching us entrepreneurs that we have to be all of these hats or wear all of these hats was inaccurate. I didn't have to wear all of those. And so I started delegating. I started actually taking the plunge, hiring people, things like that. Seemed crazy at the time. Like, where's that money going to come from? But lo and behold, more clients came in because my capacity to receive increased. I was able to get out of being that technician and start being the visionary I was made to be.
I love that. Delegate. It hasn't been brought up yet. Everybody, that's so important. Write down delegate. I agree. Yeah. It's been life-changing. So what are your top tips that you've learned through this delegation and knowing you and not doing all over yourself, but be
Yeah.
To really live by? What tips would you give our listeners?
Sure. Well, I guess one of the principles that I live by is this. It's called ease is speed. If you want to achieve speed in your business, in your life, in your relationships, drop into ease. And if you are trying to push, you're going to get a lot of resistance that way. So dropping into ease allows you to have a better and even a higher perspective. So you can see the places where you need to navigate and avoid the places where you should be going. So that's probably tip number one. I always go back to ease. If it's not feeling easy, then you probably should readjust. I'm not saying it's not hard work or you're not going to work hard or sweat and toil. And it's like, but it's the flow is there. You're not being put up. The obstacles aren't resisting against you. You're not butting against brick walls, if you will.
Yeah, that is so important. And I'm really just learning that this year. Mm. Because I'm recognizing when even rewriting a program or updating something, there's a difference when the days that it just flows, and it might be a couple of days after I have the idea, but then boom, it hits and it just flows. Or I go in there and it's like not working. Either technology isn't working, or the people, or I feel rushed. And there's this sense of pushing that we have to start recognizing, I believe. What does push mean to you? So recognizing that as number one, and then learning how to do ease. So I just haven't, it's a side question, but do you have a tip around that as a newbie for me?
Because here it is.
I don't know what you don't know. And I don't know ease. I wasn't raised around ease,
Right.
So this ease is new to me. It's new to me. Yeah.
So here it is. I mean, ask yourself this question. You're either pushing against something or something is pushing you. And I would rather something be pushing me. So that's where I can sit back like I'm in a roller coaster and off I go. Instead of me behind the roller coaster trying to push it along the cart. Now, that's a whole lot harder to do. So let the power of the roller coaster push you. So whatever that roller coaster is, create systems, create relationships, create environments in which you are able to rest at ease and be propelled instead of you trying to be the propellant. You're not the propellant. You are the one, you're seeing the horizon as you're coming over the crest of that hill on that roller coaster. You're the one that's supposed to see everything and be able to know what the next move is, where the next turn is. Not being behind it where you are down and your head's down and you're trying to push through and all you can see is one step in front of you like that. And you're oblivious to everything else going around you. So that would be like it's always self-reflection for me. Like what's in power? What's in control right now? Is it my vision in control and it's going and it's flowing, or is these circumstances in control and I'm allowing it to lock me down as trying to push that roller coaster? So that would be.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Awesome. So me in control or the circumstances? Oh, I love that. I talk a lot about that, and you just put it into a new perspective, which I totally love new perspectives. So anything else? So ease is number one. Ease was number one, and number two.
And well, here it is. I think this was huge, and I kind of mentioned it, but stop looking for breakthroughs. And that's going to like blow your mind for a second because, I want a breakthrough. Well, that's actually old paradigm thinking. Break through. Like you have to blast through a brick wall. Like there's an obstacle to obliterate. What's easier, going through the obstacle or going around it? It's actually easier. Look at water. Look at nature. The water does not cut through the mountain. It goes around the mountain. It cuts its own channel. So breaking through, although sounds cool and powerful, it actually depletes more energy from you physically, emotionally, and energetically than it would be to go around that obstacle. So that would be my number two.
Wow. So asking the question, how do I go around this obstacle?
Well, you need to be able to step back and use your visionary eyes and say, where does the obstacle start and where does it end?
So that goes back to the ease. That goes back to the ease.
Step back and go, oh, now I can see. I'm not down like this and pushing. And now I can see, the mountain is here and here. It's this wide. I need to go left or I need to go right. Okay, right. There's a whole bunch of rocks. I can't really get over my river over that way, but there's a whole nice valley along the side of this mountain. I'm going to go that way. Where does water go? It goes to it fills the container that it's in. It becomes that container. You watch Bruce Lee stuff. I mean, I love Bruce Lee. He talks about being water. Be water. Be the water. Be the water in the cup. The water becomes the cup. It becomes the container. And so adaptability and flexibility is important.
Yeah. Awesome. Brilliant. Yeah. So what is your mission now? I know that you're sharing a lot. You're speaking a ton. Like what is your mission now and how can we get involved?
Well, it goes in line with my third tip, I guess, would be is to permission. Give yourself permission to imagine.
Oh, cool. You had three. He had three.
I had three. I did three. Ding, ding, ding. It's all right. You laid right into it. It's perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So give yourself permission.
to imagine, permission to imagine in particular, because most people think imagination is a dirty word. Once we hit the age of 12 or 13, it's no longer applicable to us. And that is a fallacy. It is,
Yeah.
imagination is the most important asset that an entrepreneur or any business owner for that matter, or any relationship has, is to imagine the next step. If you can't imagine fulfillment, you will not be able to achieve it. You must be able
Mhm.
to imagine it. Giving yourself permission to do so, again, it's like this society thing, like, oh, that's childish, or it doesn't apply anymore. And that's not true. The older we get, the more it applies. The
Yeah.
more that a muscle of imagination comes into play, where we can actually manipulate the images,
Yeah.
the data, the resources, the environment around us to achieve the things we intend to create. So that would
Yeah.
be my number
And
3 is give yourself permission to get
imagination,
imagine.
emotion, and that is our magnet. That's our manifesting gusto right there. Yeah.
Power. Yeah,
Beautiful.
absolutely. I mean, a lot of people,
Beautiful.
they bring a lot of stuff into their field, like, oh, they're getting this, that, and the next thing, people are coming from everywhere, but they get overwhelmed because they're not allowing themselves to imagine the possibilities of how they can manipulate all that stuff in their being. And then they get overwhelmed, and then they get back down to the bottom of the barrel, and then they have to start over again. What we teach is about
Perfect.
using imagination to engineer the lifestyle you want.
Oh, I love that. Absolutely brilliant. Yay again. All right. So how can we get involved?
Yeah, so there's a lot of ways to get involved. There's what we talked about with imagination. It is a key. You mentioned manifestation. We have lots of programs, lots of live events that deal with manifesting, not just manifesting in general. We call it manifesting on demand. It's not about gearing up to manifest for something. It's about being a constant state of ready to go, button pushing manifestation. And that is
Mm-hmm.
possible if you understand the energetic and physical systems, the obstacles, the mountains that are around you, so you can navigate through them and at a push of a
Yeah.
button, have your manufacturing plant be able to go, boop, there it is. Oop, there it is. And so we have a program called Manifest on Demand. It's our entry level program, all online. There's coaching calls, etc., that are included with this. It's a real easy program. It's $297. It's real easy price point as well to be able to
Perfect.
access Manifesting on Demand.
Perfect. And so everybody, that is right below us. You'll see the link there right below us here. You also have the link to that instant access right in your email from Dan and I. So I totally recommend that. Will you tell us just a little bit more about what they're going to learn within the program itself?
Sure.
And like manifest on demand.
Yeah.
The world is my oyster.
Oh my gosh. Well, it is. When we are destined, we are supposed to be manifestors on demand. We are the only sentient beings on this planet that have the ability to imagine. And that's something to say. Yet we push it down. So imagination is a key component. Anyway, in this Manifest on Demand program, we go through the 6 steps to manifest on demand. And it's not a linear step. We teach you that it is cyclical. Those are cyclical steps. They lead into each other, and it's like a big engine. So we go through those 6 steps: awareness, energy output, gravity well, imagination, dreams, and of course, manifest is the last step. We go through all 6 of those into deep terminology, as well as how they interact with you physically in this physical space, and how you can go and duplicate that process in your life.
Oh, awesome. And so what are some things that you've manifested by utilizing the tools that you now teach? Just a little testimonial I'm going to throw in there for you.
Yeah. Well, about 2 years ago, I was going to lots and lots of self-help, personal development, business development events. And if you've been to any kind of events, and you probably have if you're watching this, they're all pretty much laid out and set up the exact same way. You come in, a whole bunch of chairs, theater style, or maybe there's tables, and you're looking up at a stage with a speaker, bunch of speakers, whatever it is, through the course of 2, 3, 4, maybe even longer days. By the end of the event, you're just wiped out. And I thought, why are we calling ourselves conscious, mindful, and awake and all this stuff, and having this content that is supposed to be bringing that, yet we're delivering it in a very unconscious way. we're delivering in a very detrimental to the physical and energetic space as well. So I thought there needs to be something different with this. And we started creating an event space that is nothing like you've ever seen before in a traditional event, that's for sure. And to bring that into being, there was a lot of quote unquote resistance. There was a lot of mountains that came in my way. There were a lot of big names that actually came to me and said, "You can't do that," because because they knew if I was successful, it would actually mess up the way that they run their business.
Right. If you do that, then I'm going to have to change. And
Exactly. So from using this, I thought, you know what? This is big. I feel it. I feel called to do this. And I used my 6 steps on ever increasing my awareness, creating the energy output I wanted with my intentions, leading into my gravity well, which actually sucked the resources and raw materials that I needed, using my imagination to manipulate those resources in a way that would ascertain the best possible outcome, using my dreams to put it into the oven and bake it up and incubate that new imagined vision, and then being able to launch it powerfully and profitably.
Amen. Love that. Love that. All right. So everybody follow the link below or follow the link in your website, and it will take you right to his program. Dan, thank you so much for being here, enlightening us today, and sharing your wisdom and your fulfilled life. So just to wrap it up really fast, like, what does your fulfilled life look like and feel like today?
I want to constantly be filled and full. So fulfilled is to be full and filled. That means I'm not only receiving, but I'm also giving. The cup is designed to be filled, but it's also designed to be poured out too. I want to be a vessel of constant, perpetual motion with the work I do and with the clients and my people and friends I serve.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So everybody, it is our intention to give you these tips and these tools for you to put them into action. You need to take them into your life and say, okay, now I'm going to utilize these, and over these 21 days to have a transformational experience for yourself, to step into a life that's more fulfilled on every level, body, mind, energetically, in your relationships, and in your relationship with yourself, more importantly than anything, as well as stepping into your purpose and really connecting with that divine intuition that you are. And so it is up to you to put Dan's tips into action. We'd love to know what you are experiencing as you do that. And you can comment someplace, hopefully on our Facebook page. Comment there. That's going to be the best place. You can also do a little video for us too. We'd love to hear how you're stepping into your fulfillment. And thank you so much for being a part of this community. We will see you in one of the courses or on the inside.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it so much.
Absolutely.